everyone, my name is Dasha and welcome back to Tiny Bunny. Last episode we left off where apparently I forgot these both guys' names, but they dipped the pomegranate dude, the bully, and they gave him a beating and they left him. And now they're on my team, so I'm actually, by the way, I'm trying to fix my mic because I'm kind of sounding very, quiet. And I kind of played it and it felt alright, and I don't know how it's gonna be sounding right now. I hope it's okay. If it is, awesome. If it's not, I apologize. But Loki's so excited. I'm excited what happens next. But you know what? I was actually thinking, since this guy lost his glasses, what's gonna happen? His parents gonna beat his ass. But okay. We were going alongside a still fire road in silence. The silence felt oppressing, coupled with my lack of vision, so I spoke.
А почему тебя Бяша зовут?
Why did I call you Biasha? This guy. The bright kid just smirked in reply.
Потому что я волк в овечьей из Курина.
Cause I'm a wolf in his clothing.
Брешешь.
Bullshit.
Пургу гнать, это он умеет.
Fucking around is what he does best.
А звать его так, потому что блеет, как овца.
He got this nickname because he bleats like a sheep.
Все после того, как из черного гаража живым выбрался.
It started after he returned to life from the black garage. Oh my gosh, this guy. Oh, Yasha's face contorted at those words. I could see him through the veil of blindness. He swayed and stammered, mumbling something unintelligible.
Видишь?
See?
С ним так всегда, как об этой херне заговоришь.
Happens every time someone brings it up.
Сейчас о чем?
What are you talking about?
Ты серьезно про эту страшилку не знаешь?
Did you really not hear that horror story?
На черной улице,
On one pitch black street,
черной подворотне,
in a pitch black alleyway,
стоит черный гараж.
there's a pitch black
И
garage.
он знает о тебе все.
He knows everything about
Где
you.
ты живешь, что любишь,
Where you
с кем
live,
дружишь.
where you live, what you like, who are your friends.
Наверняка слышал о пропавших детях.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing kids. Alright, that guy.
Это тут не первый год происходит.
This has been going on for a while here.
Все местные знают, кто здесь замешан.
The local folk know who's behind all of
Даже
that,
взрослые.
even the adults.
Вообще, везет тебе? Ты вон в лесу, считай, живешь.
You got lucky, you live right on the edge of the forest. How am I lucky if there's a garage somewhere in the wild? I'm literally like in the wild too, in forest, you know.
Он к тебе так просто не сунется.
This thing won't come there without a good reason.
Тупо сечет, что среди деревьев будет выделяться.
It knows that it'll look too foreign among the
У
trees.
нас эта хрень может где угодно поджидать. Иногда в конце переулка или возле дома.
While in earlier, the piece of crap can hide anywhere, be it at the end of the alleyway or near your
А
house.
еще
Also,
идешь такой себе ночью, и тут раз,
you'll be just going somewhere at night and bam!
он стоит. Где совсем недавно пусто было.
You see it in some places that was empty just a while ago.
Дверь открыта. Внутри мрак.
Its door open, pitch dark
И
inside.
тут как?
And then Biasha pulled his cape over his head and started howling in a high, trembling note, trying to silence Romka.
Ладно, проехали.
Fine, forget it. I was trying to process Romka's story, but I couldn't figure out what to think of it. During the short time I've been in the snow, Latin village, I realized one thing. A lot of people here had some sort of experience with something they couldn't explain. I looked at Biasha, who was spit pattering to the side.
А вот скажи, нахрена вы-то сюда переехали?
Tell me, Toho, what the hell did you move here? I heaved a deep sigh while looking at my feet. Somewhere down below, the tips of my boots cupped up fog. I spoke words that I recutted countless times. Recited.
У отца тут новая работа.
Dad has a new job here.
И мама в поселке раньше жила.
My mom used to live here,
Давно еще при Союзе.
back in the Soviet days.
Здесь же нечего делать, только гнить.
There's nothing to do here but rot away.
Ну или как Бяша, по лесам шастать.
Or well, like Biasha here, wander around the forest. Biasha fearfully showed his face from under his hood, like a snail crawling out of this shell, and listened
Он у
in.
нас турист.
He's a camper, see?
Летом целую неделю в палатке жил.
Spent a whole week in a tent last summer.
Здесь, рядом.
Here, nearby. So how does he spend... Oh, because he's in the forest and he won't show up. I was just like, how does he go and spend the night alone and like, not alone, I don't know, in the camp and then be scared of something showing up? Like, if you're scared when you sit at home,
Прикинь?
cool shit, right?
Хотя от мамки его звезданутый я бы сам в лес сбежал.
I mean, with a crazy old woman like his, I'll also flee to the forest. Mother, he said mother, so just, We kept on going, but it felt like it was the forest that was sliding by. Pines were the black keys, and the space between them, the white ones. The thicket was playing an old creaky melody, the melody of roots, beer caves, and forgotten Taiga skets. Snowflakes flew around, creating a disturbing illusion that somebody was wandering the forest. Somebody tall, unnoticeable, ready to camouflage as a tree or a snow pile. And then, when nobody paid attention anymore, they just continued moving along the road. But it was just a trick of the light. There was no one there. At least I wanted to think that. Romka suddenly stopped and said,
Слышите?
Hear that?
В лесу кто-то бродит по ходу.
Someone is snooping around the forest. The skin under my clothes started itching. My stomach started aching. We looked the way Romka was pointing.
Высоченный, причем с нашей скоростью идет.
Really tall, matching our speed. There was no tall silhouettes behind the mast of pines. Just shadows creeping in the semi-dark. Slow shadows. Fast shadows, hungry shadows. The snow that fell silently from the branch made me shiver and bite into my lip, as if something huge lifted off the trees and flew away. Maybe even towards us. Romka picked up a pine cone from the ground and threw it into the thicket.
Эй!
Hey! He shouted ricochet as if it hit a tightly sprung drum. The echo mocked Romka, then the silence rang again.
Кто-нибудь видел?
Did you see that? I shook my head. The only things I could see were the vertical strokes of trees, the darkness, the snow, and the hazy silhouettes of my companions. I remembered the rough textured trunks, the spongy lichen, and the icy bits on the bottoms of the ravens.
Пойдемте скорее, а то вечереет.
Let's move faster. The sun is setting. Dude, it's already night. Oh my goodness, that's the North Fake. I love that shirt. I mean, jacket. I would love to have the North Fake. You know, I actually got the North Fake. Jacket, not like what? A few months ago. And I don't know where it went. I don't know. It's like, I actually washed it. And then it disappeared. I couldn't find it since then. Like, I don't know how did it disappear in the washing machine, but it was not there. But oh well, I was again grabbed by the elbows and dragged along towards the forest, towards the pointy spires of branches. The sun had finally sunk behind the green peaks. The darkness spread its shoulders and started spreading like smoke. It started snowing. Thick, sticky flakes, white files following the scent of dead meat. My vision had become a small island, awash by dark waters. I was grasped by the same worrying feeling I had in the morning. I felt that somewhere far away, at the edge of my comprehension, I heard a very calm and silent flute playing. The sounds were fragile, like ice in March above the dormant waters of a bottomless lake. I scratched inside of my ear with my fingers to get rid of that auditory hallucination. The forest was silent. I imagined a child walking at night under the watchful eyes of
А вы знали
pines.
Вову Матюхина?
Did you know Vova Matukin?
Мальчика, который пропал недавно.
The boy who went missing recently.
А разве мы не его ищем, сладкий?
Bitch ass, fuck off. Weren't we looking for him, sweetie? I shuddered and stopped, staring at the person who was guiding me. At Alisa, in her unchanging fox mask. The girl was gently holding my elbow.
Что ты здесь?
What were you?
А ведь я тебя потерял.
I lost sight of you.
Потерял, потому что зазевался.
You did. Because you were careless. Bitch? Nuh-uh. It's because you... Dude, you literally dragged me into a trap. I squinted in suspicion.
Давно ты за нами идешь?
How long were you following us?
Что значит давно? Я всегда была рядом.
What do you mean how long? I was always by your side.
Да и за кем? За вами.
And who? Us? Stunned, I looked around but couldn't find Roma or Biasha. And then I felt her cold fingers on my wrist.
Пойдем же.
Let's go!
Мы собирались искать Вову.
We were going to look for Vova. There's no shit. I'm so confused right now. Without a chance to catch my breath, she started dragging me along through the forest. I was enveloped by the smell of tangerines, coffee, and firecrackers. I felt like I was a small kid again, being led into the unknown. I saw the dark silhouettes of trees ahead. The bushes, hedgehogs were wary, showing us their spikes. Something rectangular appeared in our way like a small box. I became petrified. I touched the edge of my eye, pulling back the eyelids as if I was trying to correct my vision. A garage made of metal rose up right from the windfall. Bro, I shouldn't have picked Elisa. It was big. No, huge, impossible to move without special equipment. Its walls were painted black, even blacker than the darkness around us. The fox sniffed around and it seemed like her mask twisted in disgust.
Ты здесь.
This is the place. The worried voice of my companion scared me even more than this horrifying metal box. Here,
Я слышу его запах.
I can smell him.
Может, Вова...
Bro, literally, shut the fuck up. Maybe Vova's playing hide and seek with us and he decided to hide. Bro, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Don't hide it now. You know damn well what you're doing.
Внутри...
Inside? I felt like I was a smoke-formed tentacles that split up the garage, searching for something in the wall to the leaves. These tentacles slid her along the snowy blanket, getting closer to her feet, and there was a scary screeching sound coming from the other side of the huge black metal gates. Somebody or something definitely waited for us inside. Knock. And I had no other option. Awesome. I thought that my nervous moments were similar to that of the marionette, dangling in the hands of a puppeteer. I stepped towards the garage, holding my breath. Oh, that is creepy. Oh, that is creepy. And gave the sheet metal door a small knock with my knuckles. Knock, knock. And then jumped back. I heard rusty meat hogs juggle to thick metal chains, awakening someone huge who crawled to open the black gates. Voila! Oh my... Nothing happened. My heart was racing. Still nothing. Knock, knock. I hesitated to turn my back to the garage, so I took a couple of Fuck! Run! I heard a weak, scared voice resound in my head. Stumbling all over the place, I still rushed into the night that was swarming with shadows. I ran behind the crooked trunk of pine, sure that Elisa was by my side. But after a moment has passed, I realized that the girl was nowhere to be found. The forest was mumbling its ancient chants, squeaking, tickling, rustling. I froze. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me calm down. Jesus, I'm out of breath. I don't know, dude, that scared me so well. I'm like, I didn't, because I was reading. I was not paying attention what jumped on me. What even was that? Whatever, fuck Elisa, that's for sure. I didn't know how much time has passed before I realized that I was standing in complete darkness in a circle of trees that were shooting up their trunks high into the sky. Everything around me moved, trembled, my ears went numb from all the rustling. The treetops melted into the darkness of my cosmos. The bushes became empty cells whose occupants were suddenly set free. It felt like a clawed thing could fly out of the darkness into my startled face at any moment. I heard a scream somewhere far away.
Anton!
Anton! Someone was looking for me, just like that boy who went missing. Tears stung my eyes. A big drop fell from my eyelashes.
Anton!
The screams was closer now, and for a moment I even believed that I was about to be saved. I'm here. Alright. One of the trees moved. It wasn't Romka, nor was it Biasha. An adult, tall, with long arms. Oh, many shadows that looked like dogs snuck around behind his back, but those beasts were much larger than Zholka. The force was dormant, no longer hid its faces behind the fake masks. I stood still, like a deer pierced by the lights of an incoming truck, and the beast all stared at me. In the semi-dark without my glasses, I could see very little, but it was still more than enough for me to freeze in terror. A full smell of animal piss and wet fur enveloped the clearing when the creepy procession with the giant and its head moved towards me. My legs gave way because of fear, and I fell to my knees into the snow. It looked like I was praying to that figure, to the trees, to the darkness. I'm dead. I didn't dare lift my eyes, so when he got close, showering me with his strength, just for a moment I thought that his legs were covered in grey fur. I'm dead. I shut my eyes so tight that red circles started dancing on the inside of my eyelids. I don't want to look, but I could still hear everything. His breath was asking to sandpaper that was scratching at my ears. His voice was deep, hoarse. No, it wasn't a voice. A roar. I'm dead. I fished my grandma's chin out of the pool of my memory.
Мертвое к мертвому, живое к живому.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, ashes. What the fuck was that? I can't. Is that a goat? I got his stench and roaring in reply. Words could never protect against claws and fangs. I was helpless. Oh, excuse me. And then I heard a familiar, sweet voice nearby.
Ну же, скорей! Попробуй его на вкус!
Come on, dude, get a taste of him. Shut the fuck up, Elisa.
Не надо!
No. Something hot slid across my throat, like meaty, sticky rope. Someone's tongue.
Я же говорила, хозяин!
I told you, master.
Это наш зайчик.
He's our bunny.
Позаботься о нем.
Please take good care of him. That is a goat, bro. That's a goat. I did not know, actually. From the narrow embrasures of barely lifted eyelids covered by my trembling fingers, I watched the horrifying silhouette tower over me. I was taking in the smell of candles, compost pits and moss. In front of me stood a scary horned beast with the presence of a monarch. His posture told me of his electrifying nobleness. His horns supported the clouds, and his popped out lacrimas pierced my ready-to-pop eyes with a thorny stare. His hands were full of gifts. Candy fell to the snow, sparkling with the fancy wrappers, silvery packs of chocolate bars, and a chupa chup sticking out from a snow pile with its plastic stick. For you. Candy ran at my feet. A doll. A doll fell nearby, and then it started raining toys. A spinning top, a teddy bear with a torn-up nose, red-headed Carlson without a propeller, a tin toy sorted with a flag, a firefly truck, and a crop duster plane. These toys were and covered in blood, but my imagination was painting them with red spots and crimson streaks all over its own. Dude, that's... Fuck Elisa, bro. The horned shadows of the beast moved over the treasures that once belonged to unknown kids. Take. Hairy hands reached into surroundings darkness, took out a mangy bunny mask that was haunting me. Bro, and forcefully pulled it over my face. Bonnie. The shadows of beasts around us slowly and gracefully stood up their bare legs. Whoa. And the light hit my face, shattering in the monster's figure in two. I put out my hand to protect myself. Flashing rays slid down.
Антон!
Anton,
Вот ты где.
there you are.
Ты совсем сдурел?
Imagine Anton sitting right now in a pile of toys in a pile of candy with the bunny mask on. That's so embarrassing. Are you out of your mind?
Это вообще как понимать?
What's this all about? I was staring at my dad, completely stunned, into the space where the monsters was just a moment ago. The clearing was enveloped in darkness again, but I could still barely make out the outlines of toys and candy in the snow. And I'm sure if I was brave enough to get close to the bushes, I'd find animal prints
Язык
there.
проглотил.
Excuse me, can I get your tongue?
Одноклассники твои к нам пришли.
Your classmates came to us.
Сказали, ты сбежал от них в лес, в самую чащу и...
They said that you ran away from them, deep into the forest, and...
Что это за дрянь ты напер?
What the hell are you wearing? A bunny mask. I pulled the mask down from my sweaty face and threw it into the heap of toys. Branches cracked in the distance. I pressed myself into my father's chest, engulfed by fear, and he started looking around. Alerted. He is good looking. And spoke in a tone of voice that was much more nervous.
Пойдем отсюда скорее.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Мать узнает, такой нагоняй нам устроит, мало не покажется.
If your mother learns of this, she'll be so mad at us that we'll never forget this day. I reached out for my father, still feeling the chilling embrace of fear. I grabbed his firm arm and felt his quick pulse with my fingerprints. Fuck Elisa. That's all I'm thinking about, bro. Screw her. Then stood up and wobbled along behind my father, following his barely discernible footprints. Back to civilization, back to light, back to the road where my dad parked his car.
Чтобы дома ни слова, ясно?
And not a word about this at home. Got it?
Ни единого намека, где я тебя нашел.
Don't even hint at where I found you.
Да, пап.
Okay, Dad. Alright, Dad. He was holding my hand as if it was the most precious thing in the world and kept telling me how afraid he is to lose me or Ola. But it wasn't that sticky like an animal tongue fear. His fear was a noble, crystal clear diamond, and I just nodded in reply and kept moving my feet. And then I heard a familiar voice coming from behind me.
Помни,
Remember,
пока ты со мной, никто тебя здесь не тронет.
fuck you. As long as you're with me, nobody will lay a finger on you here. Don't lay a finger on me, you dirty bitch. I hate her. The car sped towards our house. Ooh, why? The damn garage. So I don't know, why would Anton run away? Is it his, like, hallucination? I pressed my cheek against the window and saw a short building among the trees, a sharp darker than the night. The garage that was hidden inside the thicket, a crypt made of metal. It almost felt like it was following us. A moment passed and the building disappeared around the corner. I gulped down my dollar. I don't know what that means, y'all. There's so much complicated words. I don't know a word about it. It's so pretty though. The art is so pretty. And the white snowflakes just kept dancing in the starry sky. Home sweet home. Finally. And where were you? Oh, look what the cat dragged in. Mom was going down the stairs, pierced out with her trademark glare. Her face showed something between wrath and condescension. The fuck? Excuse me. Suddenly her gaze shifted to me and stayed for a dangerously long time.
Так, я не поняла. Антон, а где очки? Потерял?
She does not give a fuck about me. She does not give a fuck about Anton. Hey, what's this? Where are your glasses, Anton? Did you lose them?
Да в школе поди забыл, простофиля.
This dummy probably just forgot them at school. A venomous pause followed.
Весь в тебя.
He's your son. Alright. Bro. Dad glared at Mom and then mischievously winked at me, reminding me of our deal.
Ну ничего, есть же запасные. Проживем как-нибудь.
Well, we have the spare glasses, so we'll manage somehow. My parents stood in silence for a bit longer, and then both of them went to mind their own business. Dude, what the fuck? Alia threw herself into my arms before I could even take off my coat.
А я лису видела!
I saw a fox. Don't even tell me about her. Surprise acting to a shotgun blast. I could only flap my lips and reply. A cup shattered into many little pieces with a loud bang. My mom let it fall from her hands. Her face was pale and her eyes were glued to the ground. This pause, just a split second, felt like an eternity. Then my mom spoke with disappointment. First it was an owl, now it's a fox. Will you ever get tired of this?
Правда, правда!
But it's true.
Такая пушистая!
She was so fluffy, she's a bitch.
Она у забора стояла на задних лапах, совсем как человек.
She stood on her back legs near the hedge, just like a person.
Она меня позвала, а тут мама вышла, и лиса убежала.
Uh-oh. The fox called my name, but the mom came and she fled. There was no fox. Bro, be quiet, you don't know about it. Stop making things up. Be quiet, you don't know anything.
Не подходи к ней.
Don't go near her. If it was necessary, I was ready to shake my sister if she was a doll made of cloth.
Ты чего, Тоша?
What's wrong, Tosha?
Не подходи, слышишь?
Don't go, you hear me? Mom entered the hallway and gave me a surprised look. I hesitated.
Ну, лиса ведь укусить может.
Well, a fox will bite you. I remember fairy tales where foxes used to kidnap children. I imagined my Alyssa, liberated carnivores, running through the night forest with a dangling sack in her hand.
Это ж была не настоящая лиса.
It wasn't a real fox.
Расскажи ему, Оль.
Tell him, Ola.
Она на двух ногах ходила, а еще была в платье одета.
Alisa, fuck her. She stood on two legs and she wore a dress.
Только она была взаправду.
And she was real.
Видишь?
See? Mom showed us a tired smile, as if it was the only explanation needed. I also forced myself to smile. My smile was like a thin piece of soap right before it dissolves completely on your palm. But when I was left alone with my sister, I whispered,
Еще раз увидишь ее, беги.
"If you see her again, run." Oh, what the heck? Thoughts of the forest beast bombarded me like a rain of candy and toys. There was a hairy silhouette standing in front of me, towering over the treetops. Who was he? What happened in the forest? What's happening to me? I shut my eyes and threw the vitamins in my mouth. Washed them down with water. Please stop driving me mad. Please. I barely managed to force myself to do homework, but those math problems just refused to be solved. Numbers in my notebook tumble around the mixed and rarely dance, sometimes running over the lines. My head became heavy from the pendinomium, and I almost dropped it into the chain of numbers. My eyelids felt like there was very tiny weight tied to them. The type used in grocery stores. And right at the moment I surrendered and closed my notebook, the memories of my dad started flashing before my eyes. I was in the middle of the stuffy school corridor. I could see the literature classroom from here, the faces of dead classical writers on the portraits, the prim and regal pose of her homeroom teacher, Lydia Pavlovna. And around the corner was her daughter Katya, a snitch and a gossip, eagerly waiting for me. Eagerly.
Новенький.
Hey, transfer student.
Чего тебе, Кать?
What do you want, Katya? She got on her tippy toes and started swaying while holding her hands behind her back and then asked me with a fake smile on her face.
Скажи, пожалуйста, а чего это тебя к нам перевели?
Can you tell me something? Can I ask you something? Why did you transfer here? I might have told the truth about this to Polina, but Katya will sell it on the market for 3 kopeikas. Market for 3 kopeiky. It would be the same as printing all my thoughts and handing them new Vova's picture for everyone to see. So I reverted to an answer I knew by
Это
heart.
все из-за моих родителей.
Tell because of my
У папы
parents.
тут новая работа, а мама...
Мама,
Dad has a new job here, and my mom. But Katya didn't even listen to me. Just rushed towards the perked up in her friends. Just rushed towards the perked up ears of her friends, whispered something while stealing a glance at me and giggling.
Да-да, конечно, конечно.
Yeah, right.
Он нас тут совсем за дурачков держит.
He takes us all here for
Я
fools.
вот слыхала, что это все из-за его отца.
I've heard it's all because of his father, because he got a new job.
Он недавно кому-то крутому дорогу перешел, и теперь они всей своей семейкой в нашем захолустье скрываются.
He crossed the road of some big shot and now their family is hiding in a remote little village.
правда, ты все врешь.
That's not true. You're lying.
А слышали? Слышали, как он бабулина просто так стукнул?
Bitch, please, bro. She pisses the fuck out of me. If I was right there and there, I would hit her. I would drag her by this two volleyball things looking strawberries, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, and did you hear how he hit Baburin out of the blue? Bitch, shut up.
Это каким надо быть уродом, чтобы в первый же день так над одноклассником измываться?
I can't stand her. I can't stand her voice either. I can't stand. She's like, alright, she's pretty, like but she's ugly. I don't know how to explain it. Like, she's pretty ugly. She's ugly, pretty. I don't know. Like, she's pretty. Like, she has blonde hair, blue eyes. You know, typical standard, typical, you know, beautiness. But she's so fucking ugly that you can't even stand her. I don't know how to explain that. Like, her facial features are right, but there's something in her eyes, something in her smile that I just... Ugh. What kind of a freak must you be to start bullying your classmates from day one?
Прекрати, ты же знаешь, он первый начал.
Stop it, you know he started it.
И будто этого мало.
And if that wasn't enough...
Ходят слухи, что он спутался с ворюгами из шайки Ромки Пятифана.
There are rumors that he's hanging out with the likeness from Rumka Pete Chapman's gang.
Ой, девочки, сумки проверяйте.
Be careful with your bags, girls. Fuck off.
Того и гляди, в гардеробе вещи начнут пропадать.
I wouldn't be surprised if things start disappearing from a wardrobe. Bitch, the first thing I'm stealing is your... I don't know, you. And bringing you to the damn garage. That'd be so funny. Yeah, I would smile at you the same way you're smiling at me right now.
Будем знать. Это Петров с дружками постарался.
Bitch, shut up. And we know who to blame. Petrov and his friends.
Да-да-да.
Yes, yes, yes. Bitch, bitch, bitch.
Замолчи.
Shut up.
Вон как раскричался-то, будто ужаленный.
Bro, how do I... Look at him screams. I feel something bit him.
А зрачки-то, зрачки какие широкие.
His pupils, look at how wide they are. Are you a psychopath? Why the fuck are you looking at my pupils? Look at his pupils. Look how they... Why are you observing me? Bro, you're like 11.
Опять чего доброго с катушек слетит и руки распускать начнет.
I hope he won't go insane and resorting to violence again.
Не зря же его мать с таблетками пичкает.
I mean, there must be a reason his mom always feeds him those pills, right? I will put you on pills. I will put you on pills. Shut up. Please, you're so fucking annoying. I just stood there in confusion, trying to vain to understand how she found out about my medicine. And what scared me even more was the possibility that her nonsense had some truth mixed in. Bitch. Oh, I'm tweaking. Hate her. I just wanna I wanna just take her eyes out, like, and I wanna.
Да-да,
Ew. Yeah, that's right.
он такой же ненормальный, как и его сестрица.
He's as insane as his little. Alright. Don't. I don't know, y'all. It's just a video game. It's a 2D character. It's drawing. Black and white drawing. But I just can't. I fucking hate her. I can't do this. I'm literally about to tweak the fuck out.
Представляете, к этой сумасшедшей дурочке каждую ночь прилетает сова ростом с человека.
She's like 6. Don't be fucking jealous of her. She's like 6, she's watching cartoons. Of course she can imagine shit. I bet when you were 6, you were pissing your bed. I don't know how old is Olia. I mean, she's not 6, but like, not 10 either. She's like, if she's not in school, then she's below 7. Because usually, you start first grade at 7. So if she's not in school yet, she's like 7 maximum. I can't do this. Why the fuck would you bring a little kid? Can you imagine that she says a human-sized owl visits her every night? And what? Do you want a sized owl visit you every night? Bro, I will visit you as an owl. I'll kidnap you too. I will...
Да-да.
Yes, yes. Stop it. I just want to
Что-то
skip
я
it.
никто из здоровых людей не видел.
But not a single healthy person has seen it. You're not healthy either. You're mentally not healthy.
А этот наивный простак ей верит.
And this simpleton believes her.
Нет, ну вы представляете.
Can you imagine that? And then I caught a single kind look from the smirking crowd.
Это правда, Антон?
Is that true, Anton? Polina? Bitch ass, get your fucking face out of this bitch. Mind your own fucking business.
Неужели действительно? Тебе не здоровье?
Are you really? Are you unwell? All of you, I will burn this school down. I will burn it down with my...
Полина, послушай меня.
Polina, listen to me.
Как же?
Yeah, right.
Не слушай этого болтуна, Полиночка.
Don't listen to this flyer,
Ты
Polinichka.
еще не знаешь.
You don't even know
Он тебя на другую променял. Не из нашей школы.
that he cheated on you with someone not from our school. Al Fox.
На Алису.
With Alisa? With a fox? With a furry? I'm gonna cheat on a human with a furry? Bitch, please. Bitch, I've known you for a day. I've known you. I don't. Ew, don't look at me like that. Stop. Polina's search of someone kicked her in the stomach and then burst out in tears and fell to the dirty floor, wailing and screaming. Bitch, all I know is your name and that you play on a damn violin or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you live. I don't know your last name. I don't know how old are you. You might be like 27. I don't fucking know. You might be unwell too, and that's why you're here, because you could never finish fucking school. I don't know you. I don't know anybody. No, cheated? Bitch, please. Why her, Anton? Why? Because she's normal? No, fuck no. Because she's more mentally stable? I don't fucking know. She thinks better than you two combined. I couldn't understand her reaction, but I still rushed to Polina's side before getting shot violently by Katya.
Убери от нее свои лапы, чудовище!
Get your paws off her, you monster. Witch! Burn her. Yeah, hit her. Rage was building up under the veil of my fear. It slowly rose from the cloud and mist. Hit her. I don't fucking care, bro. I don't care. I felt my upper lip lift creep up, showing my
То,
teeth.
что твой отец бьет мать, еще не дает тебе права поднимать руку на девушку!
The fact that your father beats your mother doesn't give you the right to do the same to girls. The fact you know this, bitch. The fact, I don't fucking know how you know that, but... dude, I can't. I'm gonna burn you. I'm gonna unalive you myself. My fist became hammers. I couldn't unleash them. Nobody can speak about my family like that. I came to my sense when I already launched an agony Katya.
Слетел-таки! Слетел!
Aha, he went nuts.
Спасите! Помогите! Петров с катушек слетел!
I'm gonna beat up this bitch. I'm gonna tie her to a damn tree. And I'm gonna light her hair. I'm gonna break her teeth. Help, it's going completely insane. Bitch, please. Who the fuck even are you? At the same moment, the crowd around her became louder. It started whistling and roaring. On the rolling. The fuck? The subtle silhouettes of my schoolmates became larger, wider. They shot upward towards the ceiling, turned into a giant black forest, chock full of toothy faces. I shrank to a tiny bowl of fruit and started shaking in fear before the might of unclear. Red in trunks that belonged to either trees or humans, it was impossible to tell.
Вот ты и показал свое животное нутро.
Bitch, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy. So you're finally showing your animal nature.
Трус!
Coward. I'm gonna use that. Okay. Witch. Burn her. Katya faces were twisted but gelatin in ecstasy. Anton! Bitch, shut up! Why her? No, bitch! I don't know you! I don't know you! What makes her better than me? Panina screamed while choking on her tears.
Он!
He's just
Животное!
an animal,
Чужак!
an outsider. Alright, I'm a bunny, y'all. Whoa. A scurry flopping of wings came from the forest. A pair of giant white ears descended somewhere from above, and I dug myself into them. Anton,
Пожалуйста!
please, wake up. Whoa. I jumped up, almost falling out of bed. Apparently, I was thrashing around for hours on the sweat-soaked sheets. Ole's screams pulled me out, set me free from the tentacles of fear.
Антон! Пожалуйста!
Please.
Вставай! Вставай!
The owl. Wake up, wake up! It took my eyes a while to focus on the silhouette near the window. Ole's voice was distant, my head was still raining after the flight. Sounds got distorted, as if my ears were stuffed with cotton. My sister, as distressed as ever, just kept on repeating the same phrase.
Сова!
The owl. The owl.
Пожалуйста!
Please.
Я боюсь!
I'm scared.
Боюсь!
Her tears poured on my heart like boiling water, but I was almost thankful of the owl's appearance. Otherwise, this scared Oля wouldn't have woken me up.
Оля, я сейчас.
Wait a second, Oля.
Хочешь, я тебе Мурзилку почитаю?
Want me to read Murzilka for you? What is that? A Soviet and Russian monthly and a shady magazine for kids. It was been published since 1924. The magazine uses an unidentified yellow creature wearing a scarf and a red beret as its mascot. Writers like Samuel Marshak and Agnia Barto contributed to the magazine early in their careers.
Подожди.
Give me... I placed my bare heels on the cold floor, fed around for my glasses. Remember Simeon, his underrated act, and sight.
Антон! Пожалуйста!
Please, please.
Посмотри!
Look! She couldn't tear her eyes at the window, as it was a staring contest. I found the light switch with my hand. The lamp poured bright light all over me. I got up. My vision fooled me, moving the window closer only to push it farther to the next moment. My sister was just a blurry spot. I took a hesitated step forward. Оля,
Что там?
what's there?
Что-то случилось?
What happened?
Ты хочешь, чтобы я открыл шторы?
Do you want me to open the curtains?
Нет, не надо!
No, please don't.
Там же сова!
The owl is there. The voice was coming from behind. Oh my gosh, that scared the fuck out of me. I turned around and froze from terror. Teary-eyed Oля stood in the doorway. Who?
С кем ты разговаривал, братик?
Who are you talking to right now? Alright, maybe I am insane. She stared at me with eyes that were red from crying, with her hands wrapped around her shoulders. Her voice was nervous, as she was afraid to hear my answer.
Я разговаривал с тобой. С тем, кто притворился
I
тобой.
was talking to you? To someone who pretended to be you. The ledge outside my window creaked ominously, as if something huge was sitting on top of it. What the fuck? And the thing was pretending to be Ola started spreading, changing shape, grew out to scary heights under the light of a Kennewer moon. What the fuck? Please come closer, come closer. The voice didn't belong to my sister anymore. The thing that was hiding behind my curtains got tired of pretending, making me look like a fool. I pinched myself as hard as I could, hoping that the silhouette near the window was just a continuation of my nightmare, a hallucination brought upon by the cursed house, and those don't bite, do they? The silhouette was towering before me under the veil of mist. I heard Ola's shrill scream when someone had knocked on the window. No. It came to get us. Another knock. I stepped back into the middle of the room, as if there existed hooks where I could hide from this horror. The sound was a sharp, metallic. The lamp started shimmering, then it suddenly lighted up the whole room and went out, like a candle in the strong wild. The filament inside it snapped with a ranging sound. We're dead. The darkness that was waiting for the exact moment poured from all the angles and enveloped me. There was only this window left in the whole universe. Moonlight poured through it, painting everything the color of bones that were exhumed from a crypt. Ola started squealing and pressed herself into my back, seeking protection. And then the night, burning with the carnival's fire, stared at us from the window. Knock, 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 knock. No, it wasn't trying to break the window. It was toying with us. It just kept on knocking, driving us mad. As if a giant clock was measuring the time left for us in pendulum swing above the abyss. Go away, get out, shoo! She was screaming in desperation. Her hands clutched my arm like a pair of pincers. Come closer. I could barely make out a pair of wings that spread out above the black spot. Tell her, Antoine. Tell her that I won't be a bad girl anymore. Never ever. I just wanted to leave. Please. The moonlight suddenly disappeared. It's gonna jump at me. And the room descended into darkness. We couldn't see the burning eye anymore. I swallowed at the stinging lamp that was stuck in my throat. I stepped toward the curtains, entraced by the call of this disfigured guest. Ola was standing behind me, mumbling, I'll be good, I'll be good, I'll be good. The brick window was creeping closer, curtains rustled. I reached out to move them aside so I could look my fear in the eye. At that moment, I heard noise coming from my parents' bedroom. Without thinking, I pulled the curtains to the side in one swing. Nothing. Though, there was something shining on the ledge among the scared feathers. The glasses? My glasses. The ones that Simeon took from me. How did they get here? Was that a gift from the Gulping Knight? Did that owl really bring them here? I looked at the front yard, at the foreboding clearing at the toothy forest. Not a soul. Not a trace of her late night guest. Only the old lampas dreaming like a lone watchman among the snowy desert. The dry window frame creaked. I tore away the insulating tape and the strips of glued newspaper. Before plastic windows became widely accessible in Russia, the cracks of frames of wooden windows were filled with cotton or pieces of cloth and sealed with self-adhesive tape or strip of newspaper soaked in soapy water to conserve heat in winter. Opened the window with my big trouble. Frost pinned me with its little needles. The paint on my walls moved from the draft. I touched my glasses. Sure, they would melt in my hands, but they were real. My brain was scrambling for an explanation. Simeon and his gang just pulled a prank on me. That was it. That's it. A smooth white blanket was glittering under the street lamp just outside our yard. If anybody was to get closer to the house and climb to pipe of the ledge of my window, they would surely leave footprints. But there were none. I cautiously took my glasses. My wrist was still intact. Nobody pulled me into the darkness, full of restless frightening.
Вы почему не спите?
Why aren't you in bed? I swayed from surprise and almost fell out of the window.
Совсем сдурели?
Are you out of your mind?
Жарко, что ли?
Did it feel hot in here?
Не болели давно?
Do you want to catch a cold? There was an owl there. Though she chased it away.
А ну-ка марш спать к себе в комнату.
Go to your room immediately and get in your bed.
А с тобой?
And you, Mom paused, directing her seething eyes at me. She was thinking of a punishment equivalent to my crime. In the end, she just waved her hand. Took Julia by the shoulder and left, throwing gloomy words by way.
Завтра поговорим.
We'll talk tomorrow. Please. I managed to get the frame back in place, with a couple of hits pressed in the latches with all the strength my fingers could muster. The cold left the room, but the fear was still present. I placed my glasses on my nose and started studying my reflection in the window. It didn't look like a face, more like a death mask, just like the old one worn by the boy from the notice board. That night, I was on the edge of joining him there. Time to school. Oh. Oh. That's Simeon. Baburkin Simeon. A black and white face was staring at me through the clearing between student heads. Attention child missing. Simeon Baburin, 13-year-old, grade 6B. He left for school in the morning of January 6th and never returned. Features: 105, 100 cm tall, chubby, ginger hair and gray eyes. Was wearing a dark brown sheepskin coat, a beige scarf, and black miscat and Alaska boots. Please call these numbers if you have any information of Simeon's whereabouts. Police, Simeon's grandma. That's fucking crazy. And it wasn't Vova. His voice was right beside it. I recognized the fat cheeks and damaged skin. Simeon. That's fucking insane. I'm gonna stop here. Vova's parents, Simeon's grandma. That's insane. Is that a lot of... I was not expecting Simeon to go missing. I'm gonna save it here. I was not expecting that at all. I expected anything but that. Oh wow. That's insane. How much pages is there? As much as you want, I guess. Alright. That's insane. Vova. And now Simeon. Oh my god. Bro, if that Katya bitch is gonna get mad at me for like, oh my gosh, it's you. Bro, she about to get a weapon. I'm gonna hit her so hard through my monitor. It was such an interesting episode. Bro, a bunch of shit happened. Apparently, I'm going insane. I ran away to the forest. There was a garage that I saw. Elisa's still a bitch. Know that from last episode. Knew that. Katya is a bitch, bro. Knew that since ever I met her. Polina, please, bro. She kind of pisses me off right now. Dude, I don't even know her. She's like, you cheated on me. Why her? Why is she better than me? Bitch. First of all, I don't know you. Second of all, I didn't even know we were dating. The fuck? Whatever, bro. Whatever those 13-year-olds got in their head, you know? I get it, 13 years. You wanna love, you wanna be this, you wanna have a boyfriend, a little girlfriend, I get it. I've been there, But bitch, please, don't act like that. Please, please, please. Oh my goodness, it was so interesting. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm really interested what the fuck happened to Simeon? How? January 16th, right? 19th. No, 16th, yeah. How did it go missing? Was it the day where he punched him and he ran away? Or when was the day? Kind of don't remember. But oh my goodness, so much happened. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely enjoyed it myself. It was a lot, a lot to process. There was so much. I actually thought we were gonna get to one of the endings, but apparently not yet. And recently I found there was a mode. Like what? A mode? Mod. M-O-D, right? Like you have to download it. I don't think it's in English though. But it was creepy, so I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna really spoil it to myself, but it was kind of, scary. It was the same graphics where you've seen the students grow into the thing and, you know, more. But I hope you enjoyed. We'll see what next awaits for us. I'm sure I want to hear more about Antoine's. Oh my gosh, I'm really curious what Roma is gonna say, like, why the fuck did you run away? Yeah, I'm curious about that. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you!